We got out of that with the skin of our teeth, didn't we? Oh my days. United, I can't even necessarily say flatter to deceive in that, because we didn't flatter to deceive. We didn't flatter anything. We were shite. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, this is just as bad as pre-season. I thought a lot was made out of pre-season because of the results. And obviously it was the mixed teams that you saw. But the performances in pre-season were actually a lot better than what we saw tonight. There was shape, there was rhythm, there was chance creation. That didn't happen tonight. There was zero penetration. There was zero chance creation. There was zero control. We gave up chances. I think I saw people saying Wolves was outplaying us. They weren't. It was dangerous on the counter because United probably had a little bit more of the ball. But there's the difference between having possession and having control. And I think we probably just edged the possession, but we didn't have control. And we did have a fair few chances, 12 or so in the end. Wolves had a fair few, about the same. I don't know the stats off the top of my head. That invariably end up with some quite dangerous opportunities due to the nature of how we were conceding the chances, as we're always going to do. What I have to say is hats off to Andre Onana. Quite possibly the Manchester United man of the match tonight, which is not good. I did the podcast earlier with Rio. We spoke about how we expected the game to go tonight, and I think we all fully expected United to be an absolute routing of Wolves. It's a side that's been decimated. It's a side that's got a brand new manager that was there since Tuesday. This is about as straightforward, especially with United's home form, as straightforward a home win as there ever was. Now, we got the win. Wasn't exactly straightforward. Wasn't a smashing. Wasn't a demolition I think we all hoped and thought we were going to get. It was poor. It was 3 points. I'd rather play badly and get 3 points than play well and get none. But it was poor. Make no mistake, it was poor. And it's really hard to pinpoint exactly why it was poor. I noticed Luke Shaw was playing very inverted. He was operating almost exclusively in the inside channel. Looking to, I thought, try to overload Wolves midfield. I mean, I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, but he seemed to have his back entirely to the goal. Wasn't really getting side on with it and wasn't really a passing option, or he wasn't seeming to get on the ball when he was in that area. He was sort of a bit of a passenger as we were trying to cross the halfway line a little bit. Wan-Bissaka didn't really get involved in us trying to cross the halfway line. I don't know if that was maybe a little bit disjointed or a little bit asymmetric, and did that start causing us some dramas? I actually thought on the outfield player front, I actually thought Wan-Bissaka was one of our better players. But the fact is he wasn't getting involved in the build-up, or he was choosing to go left with the build-up, and we were choosing to go through Martinez in the first half, obviously, as our option to do that. I thought in the final third, Wan-Bissaka was actually looking quite good, but it was funny because he was doing quite a traditional role. His assists come from an underlap, but most of the time he was looking to sort of hold his width, hold his position, and kind of stay a little bit behind Anthony. I thought the entire forward three made poor decisions. Marcus didn't really get involved a lot at all, but he only looked really good on the transition as we were heading into the final third, and he would get it, give it to Garnacho, burst forward into a good spot, and then never get it back. Garnacho was taking far too many touches. Anthony just, when he went right, he actually looked good, but coming in on the left, it's so predictable. Sancho probably gave us a little bit of a lift when he came on. He had a really good pre-season, and he actually probably lifted the tempo of United's play, which is a weird thing to say from the last couple of years of watching Sancho. The one thing that he didn't do is lift the tempo. But he did that tonight. And he's kind of done that a little bit on pre-season, and he's got involved, and he's made runs, and he's dragged people out of position. I think it's because he plays an awkward role in the team. He's not traditional. I think the bottom line is Manchester United are absolutely crying out for Rasmus Højlund to get fit and come and lead the line in this football team. Because without him, United are extremely limited. And we've got problems. And I think Against a low block, Marcus Rashford is not the answer as a striker. He can play on the left. He can beat a man on the left. He can make things happen on the left. There is no space for him to run in behind, which is his major asset. You take away the number one asset Marcus Rashford has when you put him down the middle with two people that are going to be sat in right behind him and tracking him. Two people on him. He's effective when you can let him get 1v1 with someone that might have a little bit of an attacking responsibility. When he's 2v1'd, he's taken out of the game. He's not going to offer you the hold-up play of a traditional number 9. And you know that he's just going to be looking to get him behind. And you eliminate that. Now, all right, you can only piss with a cock you got. But, and I understand, it was the team I went for. But, yeah, Wolves played a lot deeper than I expected them to do. And because of that, I think that we struggled to get in behind them. Mason Mount, very obvious that he's going to be asked to line up in the deeper role, and still looks like he's finding his feet to me. It looked like he had a couple of chances where he was creating, but he's still settling in. I think it was a pretty average performance from him. To be honest, it was average from everybody. Outfield players, I wouldn't have said Wan-Bissaka was good, but it was the best of a bad bunch. Outside of him, like, yeah, guess what? None of you are getting afters tonight. You're all going to bed. That's it. So, again, very, very frustrating game. And at times thought we were going to lose it. And the competition is such at the top end of the Premier League at the moment where we are expected to now progress and potentially compete, that you cannot drop points in your home matches. And Manchester United came extremely close to doing that today. Bollocks. Right, let's leave it on a high. Let me know who your man of the match was, for one. And for two, Paddock played a game at weekend, and we've just released a video. Now, in that video, there's 3 things there for you. One, there's some transfer news. Don't get a lot of it at our level, but there is some transfer news, and I've got some opinions on it, and I think you should have a watch of them. 2, we scored 9 goals, so spoiler alert, we battered them. But you should go and see it because there's a couple of fucking unbelievable goals in there. And 3, you get a little bit behind the scenes in my office as well. You get to see my bar and some of the other stuff that we've been doing because we held the Player of the Year awards in there on Saturday night. So, very much appreciated if you can go and show the football team some love. Memberships might be open again tomorrow for everybody if you would like to get involved. We had a very important fan vote last week where we discussed sponsorship ethics and we passed something into the constitution of the football club. Tomorrow night, if you're in the Manchester area, kicking off at 7 o'clock against Pilkington, it's first versus second, both level on points, both level on goal difference, both won all 3 games to start the season. Be a cracker of a game. It's free entry. It's at Drolsden Stadium. If you're in the city centre, you can get the tram right to Drolsden. It's about 100 metres away from the entrance to the ground. Like as many people there as possible. Just come and support the lads, make a little bit of noise, watch a little bit of live footy, and I promise we'll put a show on for you. Does that sound like a plan? Head over to the video. I'll put it in the comments so you can go check it out. And please just get involved in the comments on the videos. You know, we spend a hell of a lot of resource to create these videos, more than the one that you've just watched, and obviously they get a fraction of the views, so really appreciate it. If you can go subscribe, get involved in the comments, and give me your thoughts on the players, who played well, who played bad, and your thoughts on the transfer that's just about to happen as well. See you in the next one.